Thomas and Friends, Splash, Bang, Wallop. It was an exciting day on the island of Sodor. A photographer was coming to take pictures for a book about the railway. The engine's funnels fizzed with excitement.
I'll be photographed the most because I'm the #1 tank engine,
boasted Thomas. Thomas was on his way to Farmer Trotter's farm when he spotted Percy and the photographer. Thomas pumped his pistons as hard as he could. He wanted to be in Percy's photograph.
Flash, bang, wallop,
shouted Thomas as the photographer took the picture.
My Percy.
Percy was so surprised to see Thomas that he bashed into a siding and landed in a coal heap. But Thomas didn't stop. He hurried off to the barn. Thomas wanted to catch up with the photographer again as soon as he could. At the farm, the photographer was taking a photo of James. Thomas's wheels whirred. He raced up to James just as the photographer's camera flashed.
Flash, bang, wallop,
shouted Thomas.
Bye, James.
James was so shocked, his wheels bounced off the track. Later that day, Thomas spotted the photographer on the bridge. He was about to take a picture of Henry.
Bust my buffers,
said Henry as Thomas raced past. A big cloud of steam swallowed up the photographer and he dropped his camera. The fat controller stepped down from Henry's cab and saw the broken camera. He was very cross.
I'm very sorry, sir,
said Thomas.
I wanted to be in all the photographs.
Luckily, the photographer had another camera at the docks. Thomas rushed off to fetch it. Thomas picked up the spare camera from the docks, and on his way back, he passed Percy and James.
I have to take this camera to the photographer. Then I will come back and help you,
he called. The photographer was delighted that Thomas had brought him his spare camera.
Thank you, Thomas,
he said.
Would you like me to take your picture?
Not right now,
replied Thomas.
I have to go and help my friends.
Thomas asked Rocky to help James and Percy.
Thank you, Rocky.
Thank you, Thomas, they said. Thomas didn't see the photographer for the rest of the day, but he didn't mind. He was helping his friends. A few weeks later, the photographer came back to Sodor to show everyone the finished book.
I hope it's a book of really useful engines,
said the fat controller. Thomas looked at the cover of the book and gasped.
Bubbling boilers.
On the front cover, there was a picture of Rocky and Thomas rescuing Percy from the coal pile.
You and me, Percy,
smiled Thomas.
That's the best photograph of all.
The end.
Thanks for watching VI Kids.